Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson, and even a playoff run in Jacksonville, it's just consistency. Week in and week out will be the next step for Trevor in his career.
That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First and 10 from the 41. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Etienne again. Behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D-tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man. Thomas has it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Jaguars. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Etienne on first down. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Made down the right sideline. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Finds the in route complete. He's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Those chains. That's good for another.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run. Etienne. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. This one's caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Well, that right there, partner, that is not a team who looks like it is a steep underdog. That is exactly the type of start they needed. And you gotta imagine being in their old building might be playing a part in it.
Yeah, and we know that home field advantage really benefits the defense more than the offense. As an offense, you just want to do your part. You want to light the fire and let those fans really let their voice be heard. Should benefit their defense immensely.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. And leading them as he always does, the quarterback seeking his 4th consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a 4th Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Pretty remarkable, isn't it, Kate, that the worst season statistically in Mahomes' career is still good enough to finish 6th in the MVP voting and reach a 4th straight Super Bowl. Shows just how high his bar is compared to everyone else, and he's still the QB that almost all are chasing.
8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he will get this inside the 30.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. 16 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Split Cuts a couple of defenders and completes it. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down. It's still a very good game. They picked up 12, third and short.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
He's pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's not loose. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs picked up the fumble and ran it home. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part, finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing my old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say, whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder, you got to play longer than your opponent, and when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They go right back to ETN. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He has the first over the middle, and they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Here comes the screen for ETN. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars break the tie here in the first.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 32. And the 1st down, Chiefs.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. It's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there, 2nd down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, Mahomes. He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away.
He was covered by Travis Hunter.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's not away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
3rd and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This one from an even 40 yards out. Butker knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. This makes it up to the 25. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. First call here coming from the shotgun. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. Jukes out a 1-stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
1st down, ball at the 36. Counter give to Etienne. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. From the 42. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the 1st half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now Lawrence. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the gun, Etienne gets it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped on the play by big Chris Jones.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Thomas Jr. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. From the shotgun, Lawrence buys time, rolling right. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's good for Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. ETN takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5.
You get these goal-to-goal situations, the last thing you're thinking offensively is you're going backwards. And to go back 4 yards, well, that's a tip of the cap to that defense.
Running back sent in motion left. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Gets it again. This is close, but it looks like they stopped him just short of the goal line. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and
That's twice
goal.
now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Only need about half a yard, if that, Brock. This is 3rd and goal. ETN. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11.
Chiefs 10. Cam Little.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
Smith-Schuster. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 48-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for Isaiah Pacheco out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Again, Mahomes to throw. He's running for it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
17 yards.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing is Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. There's a flag down, though, so if it's defensive, Brock, halftime's going to have to wait 1 more snap. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our 2nd half. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this 3rd quarter. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
The 2nd down run by Pacheco. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising, quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Has it in close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
First and goal, Kansas City.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
You'll be keeping this option on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
4-yard loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Following the sack, going to need to find 11 yards here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for two.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for two. And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now.
Chiefs 18.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. I don't know if they're going to get to him. He mix it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an excited return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game.
Chiefs 18.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up, 1st and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. That's Worthy running the slant. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Xavier Worthy. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jaguars then running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Here's Lawrence to throw. Here comes the screen for ETA. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, and on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Motion man left is Brown. Third and long for him here. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10 now. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling left, buying some time. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 15. And a first down, Chiefs.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Mahomes on first and 10. Throwing the out route complete. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. To the air, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this third down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Let's see what they went with on third down. Here's Mahomes now. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. To find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch, that's a perfect play to break it big.
First down from the red zone. Here's a screen sound for Pacheco. Has room into the secondary. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
Isaiah Pacheco. First and goal, Kansas City.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
28, Chiefs 25.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Lawrence. He gets this one to Strange. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Trying it right side with ETN. That's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're left with 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go.
23-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
Juju Smith-Schuster. It's a gain of 10. And a first down, Chiefs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Mahomes will hang on to it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The tackle made at the
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Second and 8. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He finds Brown right side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
The counter give here to Pacheco. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. It's Pacheco again. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
At the 15-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the carry, it's Pacheco. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
False start, offense.
So 3rd down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. He'll throw it. Escapes out to the left. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead.
Chiefs 32, Jaguars 28.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
Washington now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he will be stopped now, but what to like about that effort?
It's a gain of 11. And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. From the 41. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
And 5.
Now, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
A gain of 26 yards. Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars needing 4 points. Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to the air, Lawrence. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
All right, set now, first and 10. He'll look to throw it. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
Jacksonville first and goal at the 9-yard line.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. Back to throw. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars have taken the lead late. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
35. Chiefs 32.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? The give to Pacheco to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here he is to throw. He finds Worthy complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Pacheco hauls it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Their 48-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Again, Mahomes to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Another throw for Mahomes. Got his man, that's Brown again. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
It's a gain of 17.
So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.